Do you like money? When you're selling your Pokemon cards, do you click the match lowest listed button? Do you want more money? Hello there, it's Deej here on my journey to catch 'em all. For a long time, I listed my bulk Pokemon cards at match lowest listed. It's easy, they have the bulk tools that let you click the button and just sets all your prices. Well, I learned pretty quickly that that is the worst way to go about TCG Player. And if you sell on TCG Player, you might know why too. But let's dig into what you should be doing to make the most money for the least amount of work when you're selling your bulk Pokemon cards. There is a lot of work that goes into selling bulk, and this video is intended to teach you how to price your bulk. There is a whole ethos and pathos to organize your bulk, sort your bulk, how to condition it, and that is not the goal of this video. I probably will go into that at some point, but as you can see here, I'll give you just a quick. These are alphabetized. These are my C's, and I had intermix all my sets. I don't want to have 15 boxes for all 500 bulk sets, you know. I want to just, when somebody buys a Charmeleon, I don't want to have to find the Guardians Rising box, or the Hidden Fates box. I just want to find C's. And then I can just do Charmeleon. I actually have this Chat GPT agent that alphabetizes TCG Player orders for me because I don't know what they do with their orders, but it is in this weird, crazy order. But since I have every card intermixed in alphabetical order, all I have to do is put it in that program. And if there's 100 cards, it's going to put all the Charmanders from all the sets in the same order. So when I'm looking through the Charmanders, I can just pull out all the sets. I don't have to go to 15 different boxes. Because I'll say, I get Pokemon collectors buying from me more than set collectors. I don't often have a bunch of people buying from one set. It does happen, don't get me wrong. And in that time, I'm just picking one from each part of the alphabet. And in those times, it would be slower. But to me, when you're sorting bulk, it's so much easier to do it alphabetically than looking at 163 cards that you have to put in a specific order, or like, it's just not the move, in my opinion. I want to find all my Cacturns. There's 750 Pokemon. There's only 750 slots, plus all the trainers and stuff. But there's my short spiel. If you really want the long spiel and my whole entire process, comment down below. So this concept is not something that's hidden because you can see it in the sales of every single card on TCG Player. Now, let me just tell you something a little bit about me. I used to play Madden Ultimate Team all the time, where you're ripping digital card packs, selling them on the auction house. It's literally Pokemon, except you're wasting money on fake stuff. Okay, it's like NFTs, except you can kind of play with them. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. I should have been doing Pokemon the whole time. Point being is, this concept existed on Madden too, where you list your cards for higher than the lowest price and they still sell. Like, what does that make sense? Like, if I can buy a card for $5 but it's selling for $7.50 all the time, like, why are people buying it for $7.50? Well, there are a lot of reasons why. Madden's a whole different story, but I'm going to tell you why on Pokemon, at least the reasons I understand. And we're going to utilize the Bidoof that I used in the thumbnail. Extremely popular card in the TCG. Not hard to pull, but hard to get packs of Prismatic Evolution. Anyways, this card has value. So let's just look at the pricing of this card. So we're selecting near mint only. So I can go on and I can buy this card for 82 cents right now, plus shipping. Okay, that is part of this conversation. So plus shipping, 82 cents all day. Dollar all day. Dollar. I could buy 10 of them for a dollar. This person's got 11 of them for $1.08. So once I get over 5, I'm over $5 and I have to pay no shipping. So that's a good person to buy from if you're trying to buy cards, right? All right. So dollar. This card's worth $1. Let's go look at the sales and see if there's any that have sold for more than $1. Right? There shouldn't be any, right? None. None. Makes no sense. That's where we'd be wrong. That's where logic just doesn't quite logic. So you see some people are sniping them. They're getting from 80 cents, 90 cents. What? $1.75? That's a 75% increase on the value. This person bought 3 of them? Okay, that's weird. Well, that was today. But we just looked. There's like over 20 of them for $1. Like, why is that? Okay, let's keep going here. 75 cents. People are getting deals, 3 for $1.15. This person is smart. This person's going to be reselling those and making a bank on those. All right, let's keep going here. $1.50. Like, why would you buy one at $1.50? You can buy one for $1. See, this card sells a ton. This is just today. Let's just keep going here. Here we go. Here's one for $3.88. What's that all about? Here's 100 at $1.50. Here's two at $1.49. And that was literally just today. So part of this equation is that there are a ton of sales, okay? So even though I'm looking at this and there are 20 cards on this first page for $1, this card sells a lot every day. So this page is extremely dynamic. It is not looking like this for everybody that comes to this page. I'd bet if I refresh this, 82 cents might be gone. Nope. So you have to put yourself in the mind of a buyer. If I'm coming to this page and I'm looking at all these sellers, am I a player? Do I need 4 copies for my deck? Do I just need 1 for my binder? What is the reason I'm buying? Is this person going to fit me? Do I need 4 for my deck? Am I just going to skip over all these people immediately? And if you didn't know, TCG Player has filters over here where you can do sellers with at least 4. So this is what a lot of people will do. And when I'm pricing cards, this is often what I'll do. If I have 4 or more, I'm just going to immediately click that and not look at any of the prices that are lower and immediately start my pricing at $1.20. So that's one way to increase right away. But we saw them are selling for $3, $1.50. What's up with that? Like, there's a ton here. This person's got 100 at $1.50. So it makes sense to buy a bunch of bulk. So that's one reason. If you have a ton of cards, if you have a ton of the same card, you can list it for more because people are just going to want a bunch of that Pokemon, that copy, whatever reason. That's one reason to sell it for more. So another aspect when you're a buyer is you care about who you're buying from. This person has 65 sales. Like me personally, I trust TCG Player because they're really good about refunding you if there's issues. So I just go in balls deep. Like I don't really care. But some people really do care and they'll go and look at the reviews and they'll pick people that are only top rated sellers. They'll pick people that are only brick and mortar stores. There are a lot of reasons people might only buy from one seller. So step 2 to selling your cards for more. Be one of those sellers. Create as many of those opportunities as possible. It's really not hard to get one of these stars on TCG Player. Just sell, do your due diligence, buy cheap supplies so you can ship properly, ship on time, inventory properly so you're not refunding and sending misconditioned cards. And people will pick you over others, even if you're priced higher. So the next aspect of why I literally never list my cards as the lowest listed, ever. Unless you were a very beginning store, you're just trying to farm reviews, that's the only time I would ever suggest you to list as lowest listed. The other reason I will absolutely never do it is because I have an absolute ton of listings. And whether you're a long-time seller or you're just beginning, you either have a lot of listings or you will have a lot of listings. And having a lot is the key to selling more stuff at a higher value. The more options you have, the more people are going to buy for your store. And TCG Player is the perfect place for it. I went ahead and built a small little cart here for us. And we're going to see they have this thing called a cart optimizer where you can optimize it. And it's going to automatically pick the configuration to give the person the cheapest possible thing. And on TCG Player, when you buy something from a seller for less than $5, you have to pay shipping of $1.31. So if the person is buying 10 cards and those 10 cards are from 10 different sellers, they're paying $10 for shipping. But if I'm charging $1 more, if I'm charging 30 cents more per card, but I have all those cards and they combine the shipping with me, then they're going to be paying less and still getting the same cards. And this optimizer does all that work for them. So this optimizer brings work to you. And because of your specific configuration of cards in your listings, you're going to be getting sales. So don't list at lowest listed. For a long time, I would list at lowest listed, which is like 2 cents, 5 cents, 1 cent a lot of time. And what people do is they will absolutely wreck you and clean you out and make you hate selling, make you hate TCG Player. You have to avoid that. And the way to do that is by selling for higher. People will literally add every one of your 1 cent cards. So they have 500 1 cent cards and gets them to $5, gets them free shipping. And you know how to ship 500 cards? It is not going to be sent in an envelope. You will not be able to ship it for $5. You are going to lose money, lose all your inventory, all the time that you spent listing those cards, conditioning those cards, sourcing those cards out the window. Sure, you got rid of them, you got $5 back, but no, you didn't. You actually lost money because the shipping costs more, the packaging costs more than you're getting back. Like, this is the antithesis to selling, and it changed my ways greatly. So this fact on its own, it made me pick a minimum value for my cards. I will not list anything lower than 15 cents on principle, just because if somebody's going to buy 50 cards from me, I want it to be worth my time. If they're going to buy my cheapest cards to get to free shipping, I want it to be worth my time. So I have to put that lowest value, and I'm counting on my specific configuration of cards to sell my cards, even though I'm selling for higher. And it works. We're going to look at my TCG Player sales here in a minute, because we're going to show you, we're going to illustrate like almost every single one of my sales. Like I said, I list everything for higher. It's the truth. This is how it works. All these credibility checks on YouTube actually just kind of grind my gears, but here's my credibility check. So for March, I'm only averaging about 6 sales a day, which I'm actually trying to slow down because I want to do more for YouTube. And the store just takes up a lot of time, and I can still do it. I just 6 sales a day is good. I was over 10 for a long time, so I was just trying to go down a little bit. So 6 sales a day at every order being overpriced. Okay, so I cherry picked some sales that I had yesterday just to kind of look. All right, so this Vulpix, right? Sold for 50 cents, lightly played. Let's see what the cheapest Vulpix is at lightly played. So we'll go condition, lightly played, 25 cents. There's two of them for 25 cents. Yet this person bought it from me for 50 cents. Okay, what about Pokemon Center? What about lightly played Pokemon Center? Oh, I can get it for 68 cents? Nice, right? Oh, but they bought it from me for $1? Okay. Maintenance? $1.50? Why are they buying all these trainers? They must be oh, it was lightly played. Sorry, that's why, right? $1.34. Okay, so this one. So this is what it takes. All it takes is one of your cards within that dynamic range of sales happening all the time for you to overprice it to become the lowest price card. That's the entrance for that buyer into all of your cards. So that one card creates them buying all of them. So that maintenance was, you could get it for a little cheaper, but that was pretty right price. So let's check the Rattata. Lightly played, you can get it for 23 cents. How much did they buy it from me for? Oh, $1.25. Oh, sorry, near mint. Oh man, sorry. I made an extra 75 cents. Okay. Like, I raised the price by more than 100% of lowest listed. Like, price it according to how you feel it's valued. A near mint base set Rattata. Like, if I went to a flea market and I saw a really nice conditioned Rattata, like $1, that seems like a decent price. Like, I don't understand a lot of these prices on TCG Player, so I price them according to myself. All right, we got to finish this order. Super Energy Removal, lightly played. That seems like a good deal. I know these are pretty decent in the. So 213. They bought it from me for $3. Fossil Magmar, lightly played, first edition. Let's check. Condition, lightly played, printing, first edition. $1.70 is the cheapest. $2.15. How much they buy it from me for? $2. Good deal. So that was another one of the entrance cards that caused them to overpay on all those other cards. So let's just look through one more order. You probably already got the idea. But another thing that this does is it just makes it more worth your time. You're sending more cards of more value to one person. One package, less shipping costs, less stamps, more value. Like, this is just good all around. This has been such an increase to my business and my mental. I really can't understate how good of an idea I think this is. So Ponyta, near mint, first edition. Like you'd think like that should be worth more than $1. I'm surprised I only listed it at 45 cents, but you can get it for 30 cents. This person has 5 of them. All right, let's go to a more higher price one. Rapidash near mint. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm done. You get the point. Every one of these cards is priced for almost half the price of what they paid me. Like it's not a drill. So the last part of this I want to share with you guys is how to actually choose the overpriced price. So I have this Charmander here. I already conditioned it. It's near mint. This is an amazing card, right? This is beautiful. This has curb appeal. Just like when you're selling a house, you want it to look beautiful on the front to cover up the imperfections of the back. Yeah, this might be overpriced, but it looks darn good, right? So somebody's buying just this, this little Caitlyn trainer, but they're like, I'm already paying for shipping. I'm going to go to this guy's store, right? So I haven't listed it yet, but what people will do is they'll click on somebody's store. They'll click shop from this seller only. And then they're looking through, they're like, okay, I need to get to $5. At this point, they're not comparing Pidgey's price to all the other Koga's Pidgeys out there, right? They're looking at your store only and only the prices. They're scrolling through, like, oh, dang, that card, I've never seen that melodic before. I need to get to $5 anyways. I'm going to just buy this, right? That looks really cool. Let's buy it. I'm going to add it to my cart, okay? So I buy it, right? But if I were to go look at this melodic, let's see if I could find one cheaper. A damaged holofoil for $332. So let's leave this guy's store. Let's see if we can get a damaged holofoil for any cheaper. 49 cents. Okay. So I would have bought that from him not knowing, like, it seems like that card could go for $3. It's an old card. It's melodic. It's hollow. Like, who knows? Like, people aren't taking the time to do that research, especially when they're buying 10, 15 cards. Like, they're just doing it quick. Sell your bulk for more. Please do it for me, Deej, please. And now, hopefully I really am helping you on your journey to catch them all.